Hi. This is a Christmas message to Theresa May because she's stepped onto my territory now. She's revealed how her faith in God gives her confidence she is doing the right thing. Well, I'm here, Theresa May, to warn you against blasphemy, okay? Because it is actually a blasphemy against Jah to even suggest for a moment that Jah has a hand in your decisions, actions and policies against the British people. And that includes dumping the referendum on us for the sole purpose of you lot protecting your tax havens and protecting your criminal financiers, which include David Cameron, as Gordon BOWDEN has exposed. Okay? So, and here we have Gordon BOWDEN, okay? I'm going to leave these 3 links underneath my video, underneath this video, and I do suggest that you have a listen to what Gordon BOWDEN has to say, Theresa May. Jah, God, is standing with Gordon BOWDEN, okay? I've also shared another video in which I expose what's going on with Brexit. Brexit was never for the British people, was it? Why weren't you honest, Theresa May? Why didn't you just explain to people that Brexit was about voting to scrap or keep our human rights? That's what Brexit was about, wasn't it? It was never for the British people. It was never about sovereignty. It's never going to deliver sovereignty. It is certainly not going to put any limits on immigration. In fact, if anything, immigration is going to be expanded, isn't it? Except to a certain higher class of immigrants, isn't it? People who are earning 30k plus a year. Yes. We are thoroughly aware. In the links of some of these videos, which are actually more important than my video itself, because really my videos are to present the links, you see. Brexit, sovereignty to protect tax havens. Brexit will ensure, I'll replace the word Israel with Zionists, control the world, okay? And then we have all the links under here, don't we? Councils being told to set up food resilience teams. Yeah, we are thoroughly aware of what's going on. The people who can see through the facade of Cambridge Analytica, the far right-wing extremist rhetoric that's being funded and fed exactly from the same people who support you and who you stand fully with, Zionists. You don't support God, you support Zionists. Netanyahu is your God, and Trump, and the Saudi royal elite, who have a record of atrocious human rights abuses against the people of their own nation. And actually other nations, as does Israel. So you have no right to mention the word God. You are a Luciferian, you worship Satan, and that's who you serve. And please, please do not dare to bring God into this, because here is God now, okay, being expressed through myself as a person who witnessed an event of universal golden light being, which informed me of the message of universal of abundance in compassion as God's law, the foundation of God's law, compassion, the head cornerstone of God's law. You know, the one you Tories have cast out for a stumbling block. So compassionate, caring people never succeed in this world. Only psychopathic sadists, only psycho-sado-fascists succeed in this world, okay? We understand that you've removed God's head cornerstone and placed it for our stumbling block, and you've replaced it with ignorance, haven't you? Competition, Competition that encourages ignorance. Ignore everything. Everything. Just focus on winning. Okay? That is what you have replaced the head cornerstone with. Well, I'm here to explain to you, Theresa May, that, sorry, the head cornerstone that your builders refused will be returned to its rightful place. Compassion shall be the head cornerstone, and ignorance shall be the stumbling block, and people like you who ignore people's human rights and conspire to scrap them will find yourself falling down, and you would never even get a hope in hell of even standing for an MP, never mind Prime Minister. And what you are planning to do to our country with Brexit, and refusing now to the people the chance to accept EU's offer of cancelling Brexit, you and Jeremy Corbyn, the pair of you, okay, Jeremy Corbyn, you have been dumped. I've dumped you. You're a piece of wishy-washy rubbish. Because you have refused to back British people's rights now to vote, to have a referendum on the EU option of cancelling Brexit. We have a right to have that referendum because you all lied to us, and you, Jeremy Corbyn, and the Labour Party kept very, very, very quiet about a lot of issues. And we are sick to death of you playing this little game between yourselves, you politicians, where these lot come in, sweep away all our rights, make massive changes that literally destroy people's lives, and then in comes Labour wishy-washy with its little bits of mop here and there, a few crumbs of concessions here and there, and then they come to remove even those few crumbs of concessions and take actually whatever we've got left. So, you know, Brexit was never about sovereignty. It's not about stopping immigration. It is about her opening our country up to be a tax haven, and literally for the British workforce to be screwed by the global corporation who, no, they don't support socialism. They want to dump corporate communism on us, we the people. We're talking about a corporate communist fascist state, a global affair where how many people live off the benefits of the fact that people need bins in Britain, or people need transport? You see, I advise you to go and watch my video, Theresa May, supernatural or not yet. I advise you to watch it. I advise you to get connected to Jah, okay, God, and understand how you have insulted God by even suggesting for one moment that you are being guided by God. You're a liar. You are the liar, and you have just blasphemed against God, because basically you are saying God supports the murder, that God supports war crimes against Iraq, war crimes against the people of Syria, war crimes against the people of Libya, war crimes against the British people by your economic terrorism. God understands what you've been doing. God understands that your economic policy is terrorism. It's terrorism. It's driven thousands of people to suicide. It's made the children cry. If you make the children cry, you got to tell Jar Jar why. Why? What for? To protect your criminal bankers? People being thrown out of their homes? People being locked up in prison for owning, or even for growing even, Jar's holy herb? You've criminalised Jar's holy herb. That's our right to have. You've criminalised it. You're locking people up for it. You're terrorising children, having police break into their homes because they might have a bit of an illegal plant in it. Well, what about David Cameron's fake AAA rated companies that he's been using to drain British people's pensions, British people's businesses, British people's trust funds? What about all the paedophiles you've been protecting? What about children's rights to justice that you've ignored? No, I witnessed the light being, okay, and I am enlightened, and your light is with me, and I bloody well suffered for that. I was bloody persecuted. I had my own son convinced that I was mad for up to nearly 5 years. He believed his mother was mad. I was thrown into destitution and poverty, scorned, ridiculed, spat on. Why? Because I witnessed a light being and people didn't like it because they were scared. And it's easy, isn't it? It's easy to stamp on me, accuse me that I'm mad. Actually, use the fact that I was abused as a child to suggest that, oh, what I witnessed was just an episode of madness. Impounding and re-triggering all the abuse that I'd suffered, that I'd survived, that I managed to raise a child, get married, raise a child, go to polytechnic and university, to establish myself as a person in spite of everything that has happened to me, to go for hypnotherapy, to be able to say my name without stammering. I witnessed a light being and God is with me. And I am with God, and everybody who loves, who cares, who lives with compassion is with God, and God is with them. And God is not with you. How dare you? How dare you? Well, you will know the holy fear, because what I'm saying is true. We are all quantum light being energies, and this world is going to wake up to our true universal humanity. And the God's law, Jah, universal law that's there for our benefit and our protection, to protect and defend the innocent from crime and criminals like you who will dare to peddle your evil as a political policy and choice. You Tories, you are going to hell unless you can turn around and connect with your souls. You will know what a soul is. You will know how far removed you are from it. You will feel the dread of the holy fear. Because I'll tell you one thing, people. When you face Jah, the reality of Jah, that's when you do recognise the devil. But I tell you now, no fear, no terror shall come near you, because you will have the strength of your own conviction, of your own understanding. Because I tell you now, it is a conviction in this world for anybody who has witnessed or has faith in Jah light. These people hurt the consciousness she serves, convicts us as a criminal. David Cameron, don't think that just by being a law-abiding citizen. Yeah. You're law-abiding, are you, Theresa May? You've murdered, according to the official figures, 120,000 British people dead through your economic policy. How dare you talk about God? 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 How dare you? A former British soldier has called for help as he prepares to spend Christmas sleeping on the streets.
I lost a son, which just woof hit me. You can take a bullet for the Queen. You could die for the country. But I couldn't save my son. are so many ex-forces guys on the streets who are going through the same thing. What they've done, the country have forgot their own. The government are more concerned about this Europe business and this Brexit business than they are their own people. And here we are, sleeping in tents and sleeping in boxes. There's my bed. I'm in a box, you know, and I've asked for help, so why don't they give it me? They trained us well, right? We can survive anything. Anything. But what we can't survive is confusion, and we can't survive rejection, and we can't survive loneliness. Press the button and give me a room for the night. Why can't you do it? But you've got to fit the criteria. What's the criteria? You didn't say that to me when I swore the oath of allegiance that I'll fight for my queen, I'll die for my country. You didn't say that. So please, just give me a bed.
So, Theresa May. And actually Britain. Because you know what he said there is exactly what I've been absolutely most disgusted about in this country. That to witness the whole country come up in arms about, oh, Brexit, 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 EU, EU, EU. And nobody gives really a toss. According to what's being shown out from the public, where's the 700,000 people marching through London for him and the people like him in Britain? That where's the day of national mourning for the 120,000 people you have killed, Theresa May? Where is it? Where is the day for mourning 120,000 people dead directly due to your economic policy? Where? All you people moaning about Brexit, are you living on the streets? You people who want to leave the EU, to be governed by her who wants to scrap our human rights and whatever rights we have, and even our animal and environmental rights. You want to even remove what few rights this man has left. That's what you voted for. Well, where are his human rights? This man has human rights to shelter, to a home and family life. Where are his human rights? Why aren't you standing up for his human rights, Britain? Never mind standing up to leave the EU that at least protects our human rights in order to follow the whim of this crazy devil-worshipping madwoman. Oh, no, sorry, it's me who's mad. I'm mad because I witnessed a light being. I witnessed the true reality of our universal self and received the true intelligence of universal law. But no, I'm mad. And I have to witness, this is what I have to witness. I know these people. I have been there myself. I have been sleeping on the street. Within a year of me witnessing the light being, I was homeless. I was literally made destitute. I had nowhere to go. I know that loneliness of being judged, ignored, trivialised, scorned, of being so weighed down with grief and despair after my son had been persuaded that his mum had gone mad. And especially because I was vegan, I became vegan as well. Oh my gosh. That was actually the final straw for most people. Oh, yeah, she's gone totally mad. She's not just gone vegetarian. She stopped eating dairy products. These are people who are regularly playing Bob Marley and have got Bob Marley pictures up all over the wall. But do you know what? I did not know at the time when I became vegan that Bob Marley was a vegan. And none of them did either. They'd been buying his records for years. They didn't even know that he was a vegan. I knew he was a vegetarian, but I mean, vegan wasn't actually a word. It wasn't even in the dictionary 26 years ago. What's she given up? What's she given up? What's she sacrificed of her life? What's she suffered in life? What does she know? Is she experienced? No, she bloody well isn't, and you have got no right to talk about God. If you want to talk about God, then you better connect to your humanity, because otherwise I really feel sorry for you, and I would not like to be in your shoes on the day you have to face your maker.